Hi everyone, it's Tracy Lewin here. Today I'm going to show you how to create your own creatives. It's very quick, easy and simple, and anyone can do this. You don't even have to be that artistic, you just need to follow a couple of rules. So today I've decided that I'm going to create a group on Facebook, and the Facebook page is going to be called Bitcoin Mania. Now I'll show you after I do this in another video how I set up a group. But let's just prepare. So the first thing I do is I go onto Google and then I type in Bitcoin, oops, I've already done it, Bitcoin Facebook cover. The reason why I type this in is because, or rather that I state that it's a Facebook cover, is because then I would get the size that I actually need. Now let's click onto images. And there's a whole bunch of images. Now there's a really lot of nice ones over here, but unfortunately there's a whole lot of stuff here that you cannot use. You know, obviously there's some copyright, there's some stock photographs in here, so don't use anything that's got a watermark or belongs to anybody else. That you definitely do not do. So I click over here into search tools and then go into usage rights and label for reuse with modification, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. The other thing is, have a look here. You can either select something that, if you've got, for instance, banner sizes, you know, that you're making, those long, thin, skinny ones, or Facebook have got, you know, for their ads on Facebook, it has to be up to a certain size. So if you have to select the exact size, you can do that, or small, medium, or larger, whatever it is. Here you can even select the color that you want, the type of image that you want. I mean, honestly, this is so simple. So now what I'm going to do is I've decided to choose this one labeled for reuse. Now look at this. There's a hell of a lot of them over here. You can actually do anything, but I actually quite like this one, so I think I'm going to click on this. I'm going to save this. I think it'll suit the purpose very well. I'm going to save it as Facebook Bitcoin Mania. I think that's what I'm going to call my group's name. And I'm actually not going to save it on pictures. I'm going to save it on my desktop so it's quick and easy to find. Save. You know, you might be an organized person that does a whole lot of things and saves a whole lot of things in folders. I unfortunately have not progressed to that yet, and I really should, because I've got so many images. Okay, so now we go out of that. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go to Photoscape. Now Photoscape is a free application that you can download, and it's really a program. It's very nifty. So the one that I'm using is Photoscape, Photoscape version 3.6.2. And I'm going to click on editor. So this is where I'm going to start creating, and I'm going to go onto my desktop because that is where my picture is, and I'm going to select it over here. So as you can see, the image is very nice, very clean, and there's not a lot we need to do to this, but we're going to make it quite impactful. So it's already got the Bitcoin on there, you know, the image of the Bitcoin as well as the word Bitcoin. This is a little bit low for my liking, but it is what it is, and we're just going to work with this one. So I'm going to click on an object. I'm first going to do some text, and I'm going to do yeah, let's call it Bitcoin Mania. Quite like this color. Now if you don't like this color, there are other colors that you can choose. You can select more colors here, and I have selected this one previously because as far as I'm concerned it's not so bright and garish, and it matches the color of the Bitcoin, and it's very nice against the blue background. But you can select any color that you want, and then all you do is you add it to custom colors, and then you go OK. And there's my Mania. Now let's have a look here. Obviously it's not the right size and it's not in the right place, but we're still fiddling around. So you can either apply a complete outline around it, which is something that we don't want to do. Okay, because let's just actually make this bigger so you can see. So here's the outline, and we're just going to double click on it to get back into the editing box. So we're not going to do that, and it's actually quite nice. I suppose we could do blue. No, I still believe that black is going to be a good option here. You know, sometimes I do the shadow in black, sometimes I do the shadow in white. It just depends. Okay, let's have a look what white will look like. See? No, it's not distinct enough. But believe it or not, white on white works well too. So let's go out here. Let's just go back to black. Doesn't even look black to me, but it looks really stunning. But you know what? I don't like this font, and I don't like the fact that, you know, because if you have a look at this word Bitcoin. It's done in cursive and it's done in lowercase. Now, one of the rules is not to make this too busy, and also not to have a whole lot of different fonts. You need to also make sure that people can read this. So let's do, I quite like Mania in lowercase. Let's have a look. Okay, I quite like this Rockwell. We need to choose something a little bit plain because of the Bitcoin already in cursive. So let's do this Rockwell extra bold. And we've got a shadow on it, and we don't have to worry about the size of the font just yet, because we can always fix that. So click OK. And of course we can make it bigger, we can make it smaller. All you do is you put your cursor on the corners and you drag it. That's all you do. Okay, now I'm not sure how this is going to turn out, but you know, because when you do pages there's always some goodies at the bottom here. But let's just work with what we have. Let's just make it a little bit smaller, just so that we make sure that it's not. I'm trying to get that eye in there. There you go. Bitcoin Mania. Quite like that. Okay, now I think what we're going to do is, you know, I always tend to put something on here that links this image to me. So if it's not a website, it could be your a hashtag that you like to use. It could be your Twitter name, your Twitter hashtag. It could be your Facebook page. So because this is a Facebook page, and we want to encourage people to come to it, let's add a simple find us. Oopsie. Okay, before we even do it, let's just change this to 30 so it doesn't take over. Find us on Facebook. Okay, but I don't like this boldness. That boldness I don't like. So I'm going to choose something similar to this, you know, to this font over here, which was Rockwell, for this find us on Facebook. So let's just go back, and there's one over there. You see it's small, it's cleaner, and it's not so prominent. So let's just do this. Let's make it a little bit smaller. Okay, we can put it over there, and then let's add the Facebook logo. Okay, so here I've already got it typed in. There's Facebook. You know, I've got things all over the show here. So I'm going to just show you this one. This one says Facebook logo, PNG, and transparent black background, which means that, can you see over here where there's a curve of the Facebook logo? It just shows you here's where the image actually ends. So that over there happens to be transparent. Look, it's not very big. I can show you another one just so that you can understand. So when you do a search for it, you will search for a logo or an image that is a PNG or transparent image. So this is where we're going to put our logo. Now, if this image goes, you know, around the internet somewhere, at least people can have a look at this and say, oh, Bitcoin Mania, let me find out more about it. And all they do is they type Bitcoin Mania into the search bar. Now let me show you another one of those PNG, because I just love them. I absolutely love them. I don't like seeing any blocks. You know, sometimes you see blocks. People have got logos that have got this white block behind it. It's very unprofessional looking, so I would never do that. Here's another one. Actually, here's one. Okay, there it is. So I mean, even if we wanted to, not that we would, but if we wanted to, we could even put this Bitcoin logo over the Bitcoin. Or if there's another gold Bitcoin color one that you could do that as well. So, and we can turn it. And if you wanted to, if you really wanted to be smart, you could actually even line this one up. Yeah, well, it's not really going to work. So we wouldn't do it. I'm just showing you so that you can see what you can do with these pictures. So let's get rid of that. And now we're going to go and have a look for a frame. Generally, I don't put frames on many things, but let's put a black frame around this just so that you can see. I selected it. You can also do frames that have got little gaps on the side here so that you can type things in, or if you wanted to do it at the bottom. Here's another one, which gives that. Well, you can't really see that one, so let's do one that's a little bit more. Okay, let's do this black one. Can you see this over here? Looks like real old stuff. So we don't really want to do that for Bitcoin and for this image. Of course, this is if it's a Christmas ad, you would then put something like that around it, or Christmas image. And there's all sorts of things that you can do. You know, it just requires you to fiddle around a bit and get it done. Here's an antique frame. Not really what we want to do. It's not the vibe we want to create. Okay, let's do a thin black line. Let's just do a thin black line. And that looks very, very clean. Okay. So now what we're going to do is there are other, you know, to crop the picture or to do clone stamps and that type of thing. And I'll show you that in another video. But for now, for what we've done here, I'm very happy with this. And let's see where this takes us. So we're going to save. We're going to save as. And we're going to save it as, I like this, Facebook. Bitcoin Mania version 2. And I'll save it on the desktop again. Save. And there's our picture. So quite impressive. As you can see, very easy to do. Stop and start this video as you see fit and go through the different stages. But I do suggest that you try this. It's a lot of fun. So thank you. I'll see you on the next video.